Okay, so you might have exhausted your existing base or you're getting pretty close to it. Now it's time to figure out what marketing channel you actually want to invest in. I've put together a simple matrix that you can use to objectively score channels against one another. A lot of the time we avoid channels because we don't understand them or they seem expensive. This phenomenon is especially true of paid channels like Facebook or Google ads. So unless you're a master of paid acquisition, you probably dismiss them altogether. At WP Curve, one of our biggest mistakes was not pushing hard on Facebook as an acquisition channel. We did some half-baked remarketing, but frankly, we could have acquired customers on Facebook profitably from almost day one. We went with what we knew rather than going with what was most effective. So as you go through your list of channels, try and remain objective about the product you're marketing. There are some interesting options on offer for you. Engineering as marketing is cool. It's especially useful for technology-heavy products, where you can start to build an audience by building a helpful tool and reaching out to the user later on to see what else you can help them with. It doesn't have to be anything amazing. It can just be a simple tool that solves a simple problem. For WP Curve, we built WordPress plugins for landing pages and email opt-ins. Ultimately, we had to take them down because people expected free support and we were looking at an entirely different business model, but they did the job. Now, business development or partnerships are a mixed bag. The idea is leveraging someone else's platform to get access to their customer base. These can take months to get moving, but with the right partnership, you can grow fast. In my experience, partnerships either do amazingly well or do nothing at all. So the timeline might be too long for immediate traction, but potentially worth considering later on. Anything SEO, blogging, or content related is going to take at least 6 months to pay off. Now, if you want to go and buy a blog and point that traffic at an offer, you can really accelerate your growth. Display advertising can work well if you find a highly trafficked website that your customers visit. Noah Kagan started AppSumo this way. So keep an eye on places where there's existing traffic that you can get access to cheaply or if it's super qualified. Public speaking and community building can also take quite a lot of time to coordinate and can be quite expensive when you factor in travel and accommodation. So if there's a local meetup, go check it out and talk about your offer. If you have a value proposition dialed in, podcasts can be amazing. Make sure you treat the podcast host like a potential customer and always ask them if there's anything you can do to help them after the interview.